Airtable is an $11.7 billion company that might be getting fully disrupted by AI right now. But they have just released a new AI feature inside of Airtable that might be a complete game changer for the company and for the workflows that you are building within your businesses. In this video, I'm going to test it out, show you exactly where it is great and where it falls short, and give you a full demo of the product. Airtable just released a brand new AI feature, and it's really more than just a feature for Airtable. Based on their announcement on Twitter, it looks like it is a completely new direction for the company. Airtable is one of the largest no-code automation platforms. You can think of it kind of like Excel meets a database, and it's used by really, really large companies and startups alike. Tons of companies use Airtable, and they use it for their workflows. Now, with AI coming in to automate everyone's workflows, they needed to pivot and add more features. So what we're going to test now is the brand new Omni feature that Airtable has released. So I'm going to test this out. We're going to click build an app with Omni. So they have, the blank app, but we're going to build it with Omni. And this is a completely new workflow. This is also something I'm going to test out alongside of you. You are going to get my real first impressions as we test this out. So let's build our app together. It looks like, first of all, they have some kind of pre-made prompts that we can test out. We also can just ask it what we want it to build. And you can import spreadsheets and import data as well. So I'm kind of inspired here. It says SEO tracker, create a knowledge base to track SEO metadata and keyword targeting for my company. I kind of like that. Let's just see how it does with that initial prompt. So again, we are in a very similar interface to Lovable, Bolt, any of the AI app builders. Left side chat, right side preview. But here on the right side, instead of it being a website or an app that it's building, it is creating this spreadsheet in real time. And it looks like here we have our title, SEO description, tags. Okay, it's creating a keyword tab, web page tab. This is pretty cool. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. I feel like I wasn't sure what I expected, but the fact that it's, first of all, like the design of it is just pretty slick. Like it's just doing a good job of adding this all in. It's creating both like the data, the interfaces. Interface is something that Airtable has had for a while, kind of turning your data into apps. But basically okay, so here, it says it's finished. It's designed to help our company track and manage SEO metadata and keyword targeting effectively. Okay, so basically we gave it that prompt of like what we want to do. Now we have, it just built out our Airtable for us, essentially. Like we have the web pages under data. We have automations, which right now it looks like we could add that, but it didn't do create any automations. Under interfaces, we can basically use this as more of an app. We have a calendar view, we can add a record, things like that. And then there's forms, which it doesn't have as well. Now, the one other thing that I see here, which is interesting, is if I go over to the right, we have agents that it's created. And if I click on it, and if I click Run Agent, SEO Description Summary, basically came up with a description, and I'm trying to see how it did this. So if I edit this field, basically what it did is it created an AI field with custom instructions here. And also, if you can enable internet search for these. And if I run this agent, it's going to search the web first. So basically what it's doing is it should be looking at these keywords, I'm assuming, and then basically giving us targeted ideas of how we can improve it. So there's the AI feature of building this out that it did for us, but then there's also like the automated workflows that it did here. So first impressions with this one, and I'm going to do another prompt in a second, is that I'm impressed that it built it out and kind of built out all of this and the interfaces. I feel like there would still have to be like a decent amount of human work on top of it to like customize this for the business. And of course, here you can even ask it to do that and kind of keep asking it and working with the agent to build out your Airtable. but I think that overall, like this is a pretty interesting and promising start. What I'm going to ask next is if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible or not, but I'm going to say, can we create a workflow where I add a keyword and you tell me the monthly searches? I don't know if it's going to be able to do that, and that would probably involve like integrating with a different service or API. But I'm just curious what this is going to say as we kind of push it a little bit further. Okay, so basically what it did is it added the automation that when I add a keyword, it's going to email me, which wasn't what I really asked for. And then it says, Omni can't help with this yet, but you can chat with support if you want. So I guess if I click that, yeah, I can chat with support to maybe help me build this out. So I'm just going to say, can you integrate with services like data for SEO to get the actual search data for me? And again, I'm just pushing it further to see kind of like what's possible. Okay, Omni can't help with this yet, but you can chat with support. Okay, so right now, like the way I see this is it's kind of like this agent that can build an Airtable for you. It's like having an Airtable consultant here, but it's not able to fully build the workflows yet. Let's go back to chats. Let's do one more. So let's do a new chat. So there's recommended, which is kind of interesting. I can ask. So this is also kind of cool. So this is like chats within this knowledge base. So like if I wanted to like analyze things, like it's giving me the ability. So what are the main themes and keyword summary? So like let's say I asked that question. So basically not only is this like an agent that's going to help me build out the Airtable, once we have a lot of data in the Airtable, it's going to then help me analyze it. That actually to me potentially is like more valuable even than the first side of it, of like being able to actually analyze it. So I think that is pretty cool. All right, so let's go back. Let's do another Omni. I want to start from scratch. And let's say I want an Airtable to, let's say, monitor, or let's say as a CRM to track sales meetings for my sales team. And that was pretty vague, but let's just see like what it is able to do with that. Okay, so it's thinking about different workflows, logging meetings, updating status, analyzing sales meeting data, generate sales performance reports, and it's building out the app now. So let's pause, and I think this is a really interesting use case of like building a CRM, because everyone has this like CRM need in their business for the most part, and if you can have Airtable kind of build a custom CRM for you just like on the spot, that would be super valuable. So let's see what it's able to create. Okay, so it is finished. It basically created this sales CRM for us. We have meeting logs, we have a meeting calendar, and meeting analysis. This analysis is pretty cool, where it shows how many meetings over time, distribution. That part is pretty cool that it created that. And then for leads, we have lead status and reports of the leads. So if I go into the data, I can see we have basically two tables. We have sales meetings, and it has that related to a lead. And then for leads, we have our list of leads and the status here. Okay, cool. This I really like. I think this I'm even more impressed with actually, of like building out a custom CRM, just because if you think about like how many pieces of software for CRMs are there that are kind of broad, but with this you could create a more custom CRM for your specific business. So this I like a lot. I think this is really interesting. And then again, if I do a new chat, it's going to come up with like unique questions to ask. So this was just released. I'm going to spend more time with it. I do recommend you checking it out. It should be free for you to check this out on a free account and try it. And let me know what you think. Leave a comment below if you think this is valuable and something that you might see yourself using in your own business. Subscribe to No Code MBA to get more free videos like this, and we'll see you in the next video.